So now we'll talk about the match between international strategies and worldwide strategies. International strategies are increasingly important for companies' long-term competitive success in what is today virtually a borderless global economy. Among other benefits, firms are able to search for new markets and then form the competencies necessary to serve them when implementing an international strategy. Unique organizational structures are really necessary to successfully implement individual international strategies, given the different cultural, institutional, and legal environments around the world. Forming proper matches between international strategies and organizational structures that are intended to support their use facilitates a firm's efforts to effectively coordinate and control its global operation. Importantly, recent research findings confirm the validity of the strategy structure matches discussed. So let's look at some examples now of different structures in an international strategies. So first, we're going to look at a worldwide geographic area structure for implementing a multi-domestic strategy. So although centralization of decision-making authority has been recognized as a means of achieving coordination and control in organizations, some strategies require that local business units or divisions have the flexibility that will enable them to adapt to local market preferences. This can mean that a decentralized structure is needed to provide the flexibility of an organization. A multi-domestic strategy is a strategy in which strategic and operating decisions are decentralized to business units in each country to facilitate tailoring of the products to those countries, just as a reminder of what a multi-domestic strategy is. So the structure used to implement this multi-domestic strategy is a worldwide geographic area structure, an organizational form in which national interests dominate and facilitates managers' efforts to satisfy local or cultural differences. That's the focus of a multi-domestic strategy. Characteristics of the worldwide geographic area structure illustrate the decentralization of nature of the structure, as you see here. Using this strategy requires little coordination between different countries, different markets in those countries, meaning that very formal integrating mechanisms among divisions around the world are not needed. So the coordination among units in a firm's worldwide geographic area structure that does take place is informal in nature. The key challenge associated with effectively using multi-domestic strategic worldwide geographic area structure is the inability to create global efficiencies. Okay, so now let's look at a global strategy. This is different, and what a product divisional structure looks like in a worldwide setting. So the global strategy is one where the firm offers standardized products across all country markets. Okay, that's different than back when we talk about a multi-domestic strategy. If you look at the green areas, these are country specific. The local area governs what we do in that country. When we have a global corporate headquarters, we're creating the same products throughout the world. And the success depends principally on its ability to develop economy of scales while we compete in these global areas, serving customers without specific and unique needs relative to the firm's standardized product. So an appropriate structure for implementation of a global strategy is this world product division structure, which just means we're going to create worldwide product divisions in every part of the world where we serve. Characteristics are also noticed here, and integrating mechanisms are important to the effective use of the worldwide product. So such divisional structures like direct contact between managers, liaison roles between departments, temporary task forces, permanent teams. We have disadvantages in this structure where the difficulties involved with coordinating decisions and actions cross country borders and have differences where we have not recognize or allow for that in our structure. And the ability to quickly respond to local needs gets lost in this structure. So now let's talk about the hybrid form of combination structure for implementing transnational strategies. If you remember, the transnational strategy calls for the firm to combine the multi-domestic strategy's local responsiveness with the global strategy's efficiencies. The combination structure is used to implement transnational strategies. So what's this mean? The combination structure is a structure drawing characteristics and mechanisms from both the worldwide and geographic structure in a divisional structure. So you see a transnational structure is often implemented through two possible combination structures, a global matrix and a hybrid global matrix. So the global matrix design brings together both local and products. We've kind of said that. So now let's look at the matches between cooperative structures and network structures. So a cooperative strategy and a network structure. A network strategy exists when partners from strategic alliances in order to improve the performance of the alliance network itself through cooperative endeavors. A strategic network is a group of firms that's been formed to create value by participating in multiple cooperative arrangements. A strategic network can be a source of competitive advantage for its members when the operations create value that's difficult for competitors to duplicate, and the network members cannot do that by themselves. Strategic networks are used to implement business level, corporate level, and international strategies. At the core of the center of a strategic network, the strategic center firm is the one around which the network's cooperative relationships all revolve. The strategic center firm is the foundation for the strategic network structure due to a centralized position. It must make sure that incentives for participating in the network are aligned so that network firms continue to have a reason to remain connected. It's concerned with various types of organizational structure, such as formally reporting relationships, formally reporting procedures. It manages what often complex and cooperative interactions among network partners. There are 4 primary tasks involved in that strategic center firm. Strategic outsourcing. It may outsource and partner with more firms. Ooh, sorry about that. It must make sure that incentives for participating in the network are aligned for the network firms to continue to have a reason to want to stay connected, and it's concerned with various aspects of organizational structures. It manages what are often complex cooperative interactions among network partners. The strategic center firm engages in 4 primary tasks: strategic outsourcing, competencies, technology, and the race to learn. So it provides these 4 areas of strength for all of the network memberships, basically. When we talk about business level cooperative strategies, firms with competencies in different stages of the value chain form a vertical alliance to cooperatively integrate their different but complementary skills. So now we're talking about coordinating business level organizations that have seemingly aligned or resources that the other doesn't have, or core competencies the other might not have. So firms combine these core competencies to create value in the same stage of the value chain. And if we're at the same stage, then we're using a horizontal alliance. So a strategic network of vertical relationships includes implementation issues. But the lean production system, a vertical complementary strategic alliance, has been diffused through many industries. If rivals band together in too many collaborative activities, one or more governments may suspect the possibility of collusion from these partnering firms, so we have to be careful. It's less difficult to select a strategic center firm in a corporate level cooperative strategic alliance than it is in this decentralized set of diversified strategic alliances. So corporate level strategies are used to reduce cost, facilitate products and marketing. Franchising is often used as a way to extend the firm's market reach without completing a merger or an acquisition. The potential to create synergy is a key reason that corporate level cooperative strategies are formed. Strategic networks formed to implement international cooperative strategies result in firms competing in several countries. So competing across national borders increases the complexity of managing strategic networks that have been formed through international cooperative strategies. Difference among countries, regulatory environments create challenges in international networks, and distributed strategic networks are the organizational structure used to manage international cooperative strategies. So this is a lot of information around how organizations across all types of organizations can create organizational structure and controls depending on the nature of the organization, their global reach, and their business level strategies.